My name is Thomas Hatten. I served in the United States Navy for 22 years. My primary job was kind of a mixture of several things. I landed helicopters, I drove the ship, I worked at Navy jails, I did years and years of law enforcement, so my job kind of entailed different things throughout my career. I was what we call a senior chief petty officer, which is equivalent to an E8, enlisted E8. I enlisted because I grew up in a small town, a very poor town, and so I was looking for a way out. The options was go to college or join the military, and so I had a friend that was in the military. He kind of told me the good times he was having, and so that's kind of how I found a way out of poverty. I enlisted in the military, and it was one of the greatest things I ever done in my life. I imagined the military before I joined it was being a culture that was different from anything that I could imagine as being a civilian. Just a day-to-day of just things detail being somewhat difficult, but I imagine just being a culture that was so different from civilian culture that you would have to have the experience for yourself. I would say the one thing I remember mostly is, again, I joined the military in 1985. I think one of the things I remember is when we were able to send emails, believe it or not. At that time, emails, how we communicated. Sometimes we did not have reception, so being able to get that email from my wife and my family every now and again was probably one of the most things that I remember being on deployment, because it kind of grew me into the person that understand that I wanted to protect those that were not in the military. It shaped me as a family man. I met my wife in the military. I have two kids that are currently serving in the military. So I would say yes, the military made me who I am. It was the best thing to happen to an 18-year-old kid from a poor town up until now. And so yes, absolutely. Yes, there's this senior chief, his name is Don Cates. When I reported to San Antonio, Lackland, which was my last tour of duty, I was an E7 at the time, and he was the senior chief at the time, and he kind of passed those things on to me, how to become a senior chief. He was actually the guest speaker at my retirement ceremony. So Don Cates, thank you so much. Thanks for your wisdom. Thanks for still being a friend, and just thanks for being that person who I can count on to this day.